real close. What's up, my witches? Mad Nightshade again. I'm here in my kitchen. Ooh, there's the babies. There's a mess, because, you know, we actually live here. Oh, and the baseball bat. So, I saw a video on the House of Conjures YouTube channel. House of Conjures channel. And she did a spiritual floor wash. And I have never used a spiritual floor wash, so I wanted to give it a try. Thought I would bring you guys along. Thank you, everyone, for the support so far. I am working on getting more comfortable talking to myself in my house. It should be easier. It's not. I feel ridiculous. But I have some stuff laid out here already. So I'm going to try and get this done before my husband and kids come home and it gets loud and crazy. Oh, yeah. Look at that. One gray hair. Just one. Awesome. That's beautiful. I earned that one. Earned it. Alright, let's make some floor wash. Since I'm trying to go fast, I've kind of got everything laid out already that I want to use. And since I am recording from my phone, I'm using one hand, so I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. This is just a freaking ugly garbage pan that I've had forever, that I made some holy water in earlier, which is right here. Note, frankincense, if you're going to use it, grind it up, and you do not need a lot because it makes a big sticky mess. So we're going to put some of that in here first. It was still real hot, but we're only going to use a little bit. I don't measure anything. I suck at measuring. I don't write my recipes down. My sister hates me because she'll call and share a recipe with me, and then I'll change all of it. And she's like, "That's not even what I gave you." I know, but it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I kind of just do what I'm led to do. I don't think every scenario will call for a cookie cutter recipe. So this is what called to me while I was getting stuff together. So holy water here. I'm also gonna put a little bit of Himalayan pink salt in there. This is my favorite. You can get this at the natural food store. Like I said, I don't measure. We're just gonna dump. And I like to add my intention, or I guess I'm a very bossy girl, so I kind of bark orders at my ingredients. I am gonna tell it what to do when I add it. So salt, purification, and protection. This is the silver spoon that I told you guys I use for Bourgeois Bath and Botanicals a lot. It's a teaspoon, sterling silver, plated probably, but silver is a conductor, so the energy that you are using and putting into here, this is going to amplify just a little bit, or at least that's what I'm going to believe in my head, and that's what I'm practicing. So I want to bring in cleansing and, you know, purification. So we're going to do everything clockwise today. And I kind of, as I'm stirring, that's when I'm telling the ingredient what it's going to do. Okay. And then we have some oranges that I cut up this morning. These are good for prosperity, and they also smell delicious. Cinnamon bark, some star anise. I have a thing with threes. You'll see that probably a lot if you keep watching. Three. I like the whole ones. I get as much as I can get. This one is kind of neat. It was like a double. This is eucalyptus. Eucalyptus I'm using to get kind of like the, it acts like a menthol, where it gets that like Vicks, when you don't feel good, it gets that deep, yucky congestion. Well, eucalyptus is good for cleansing, and it does something very similar. It gets that deep down, congested gunk. We're going to use that to get the congested gunk out of my house. These are whole cloves, and then crushed rosemary. I have a black thumb with herbs. I cannot seem to grow my own. I don't know if it's patience, I forget to water, not enough sunshine, I don't know. Had some, it died. I did save the stuff that I killed to do some not nice things with if I choose. But I'm sure growing these herbs would be even better, but that's not an option today. This is some fire water that I made. I'm going to add this. I'm going to wait till after this stuff simmers, though, so we don't break down any of the oil. If you make a fire water, I would suggest not using ground cinnamon if you can, because it made a mess down there. That's the cinnamon and chili peppers or chili powder. That's all I had. That's all I had at the time, but the next batch I will not use that stuff. Look at all that gunk down there. Yuck. Some Florida water. People say they love the smell of this. I know, blasphemy. I'm not a fan. I think it smells like an old yucky person. So, yuck. But it does work very well for cleansing. And I try to just take a deep breath, and luckily there's a high alcohol content and the smell dissipates fairly quickly. This is a money oil that I made a long time ago. So it's been sitting for a little while. It's time to be put to work. So we're going to add some of that. Again, these three I'm going to add after we let it cook for a little bit. So, all right, I'm going to add all this stuff in my intention, and I will show you when it's on the stove. Hold on. All right, so here it is on the stove. We've got everything added. Our intentions are added. It's really pretty, actually. It doesn't have a real strong smell yet, but I'm sure as all this stuff breaks down, it will. So we are gonna just let it simmer. It's on a very low heat. I had another pot like this break on me and crack while I was using it, so I'm a little leery of using it, but I'm gonna keep it real low, cook it down slow, stir every little bit, and add my intention. So I will check in with you here in just a little bit. Okay, we've been simmering for a little bit now. Smells a lot like a glory water would with the clove and orange in there. So we are going to pick out some of the bigger chunks here and then strain it, and then add some of our other oils and put it in a bottle. So hold on, let me put it at our workstation. Hold on. Okay, we are all strained, and I managed to make a giant mess. It's got a really nice, like, bone broth orange color. It's very pretty. So now we are going to add the fire water, the money oil, and some Florida water. I have it cooling down in one of these like 1 quart or 2 cup, 4 cup measuring cups. Measuring cup that's heat resistant. This is the bottle that I got, dollar store, cork bottle, pretty standard bottle, but I don't know how heat safe that bottle is. So I'm gonna let it cool off in here, add a few of my oils again, and then once it's really cool, I will add it to the other bottle. Okay, so since this fire water is all gunky at the bottom, I'm just kind of stirring it up a little bit. I never realized, like, I know there's a lot of witches that strain their oils when they're done, and I was like, why would you do that? Take, you know, let the herbs sit in there and marry and just keep getting more potent. And why this is a very beautiful, potent color, I get it now. It's all gunky. And when you try to use it in something to clean, you have to strain everything, and it's a mess. Yay. So we're going, because this is oil, I don't want to put too much in here since we are cleaning the floors with it. But we're going to add just a little bit. Like I said, I don't measure. Just go with your gut, whatever you think is good. I'm going to keep it with that since we are going to add more of another oil. Again, stir in your intention. Tell that fire oil what exactly it is you want it to do in this mixture. Again, clockwise. And then let's add in the money oil. See, this didn't drain. It's beautiful, goopy, messy. But I don't want that crap on my floor. So I have a small strainer here. I'm gonna just pour the oil through the strainer so it catches some of the gunk, and hope I don't drop the strainer in there. Ooh, that's a little much. That's a lot of oil. Whoopsie. Okay. So again, we're going to tell that money oil what it's going to do in this floor water. Give it a job. We're going to bring in prosperity. The intention that I used to make the money oil was to make sure that the money came from a pure source, you know, through either hard work or a raise at work. You have to be careful sometimes. You can't just say, bring me some money, because before you know it, you know, a loved one dies and you've got a little bit of money from a life insurance or something. Just make sure that you are specific on how you want the money to come to you. Now we are going to add a little bit of Florida water, which, like I said, I don't love the smell of, but just a little. Oh my! What, we just did science there. I don't know what just happened. It definitely cleansed and purified our floor wash, didn't it? Which is exactly what we want it to do. Cleanse and purify. Okay, I'm going to get the actual cleaning agents, and this has cooled down actually quite a bit, so let's go ahead and put it in the bottle also. So hold on 1 second. Okay, so we have our bottle here with a funnel, and then we have our cleaning agents. This is some cheapo Fabuloso. This is the Spring and Bloom. Smells like flowers. Smells nice and clean. I have hardwood floors in the house, so we are going to use some Murphy's Oil soap in here, and then our floor wash mixture. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this. We're gonna give it a whirl. Maybe I won't make a mess. So we're gonna dump the floor wash in. Oh dang, that made a little more than I was anticipating. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna work with it. Oh damn. I can't open that one yet. I should open that first. I need Savannah here. She makes a very good cameraman. All right, we're gonna do a little bit of Murphy's Oil soap. Oh. And then, let me see if I can get this Fabuloso open. They make the neck, oh, there we go. They make the neck real flimsy, and usually I bend it. I'm a brute force person. When you are adding these, you're also going to want to do your, add your intention to all of that as well. I keep saying that. That should be common knowledge. I don't think you should have to keep being reminded of that. Whoop. Oh, that is weird. And we are very full. All right, I'm gonna cork this, shake it up, and then I will be right back. All right, guys, we are back and we are done, all bottled up. I did put, I don't know if you can see it, there is one that kind of double star anise is in there for prosperity. And then I did put a chunk of the cinnamon bark in there. This is the first time I've made this, so I don't know if it is supposed to be this color or what, but we're going to use it. We're going to see how it works. Thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys want to see next. Thank you.